Man, Dak Prescott is so good at football. He's so good at football, man. I'm watching this game last night. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, going into this game, all the talk was about Green Bay and Micah getting his revenge and Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers looking like a potential Super Bowl team. And while I'm watching this game, I'm like, dude, I feel like every single time I watch Dallas up against Green Bay, there's always these close ass games. And sure enough, dude, I saw some graphic on X, and Dallas between negating that playoff game where the Green Bay Packers just messed them up a couple years ago, right? Like we all remember that. Like they messed Dallas up. Nobody was expecting that. But if you look back in a bunch of regular season games between the Green Bay Packers and Dallas Cowboys, they're always like that, like high scoring, just back to back to back to back to back, right? And some of those scores were when Aaron Rodgers was there, right? But Dak Prescott has been there in all of those matchups. He's been there in a ton of those matchups, dude. And Dak is so good, dude. He is so underappreciated. And I feel like I'm going to say me because at times I've been guilty of it too. And us as fans, dude, I feel like we get Dallas Cowboys fatigue. And I feel like it affects us thinking of like, I feel like it affects our way of thinking of, okay, there are still good players on Dallas. Like they still do have ballers. And Dak is one of those players. Dak has been one of the most solid, just like starting, just like no drama guys that have been just there for Dallas over all these years. We've seen it with a bunch of players, wide receivers, defensive players, the management. We all know how Jerry just likes to act up and go crazy, right? Dak has been the one solid thing for the Dallas Cowboys over these years. And I think he's better than people like to give him credit for. I truly believe that. I remember when that dude came in for Romo. I remember him at Mississippi State when he was a potential Heisman candidate, right? And he had the whole thing with the DUI, if I remember right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember right, that knocked him like out of the Heisman talk. Then he would go on to have like still a pretty good career at Mississippi State. Got drafted to the Cowboys, took over for Romo. We all know the story, right? But dude, you saw in that game last night, like Dak when he gets going, he's so damn good. Like we don't talk about him. We don't talk about him like one of those better QBs, but he's so good for Dallas. Like they brought in George Pickens. We all know they brought in George Pickens this offseason. And I was like, dude, George Pickens is a good ass wide receiver. I know we've seen him crash out at times. You take him over to Dallas, where he has an actual, a starter that's been there for years, a good QB, an actual quality QB, and it will get George Pickens going. I mean, we saw last night, dude. CD's hurt. CD's not playing. And what they did against Green Bay last night with George Pickens was crazy. Like, it was madness. I'm like, dude, that type of brand of football, Dallas can compete with any team in the NFC. That's right. I said it. Any team in the NFC when Dak is playing like that, dude. I'm telling you. Their defense, I know it's been bad, and their defense is a major problem right now. I'm not going to try to downplay that. But when Dak and that offense are playing like that, hell, man. I mean, you know how we talk about the Cincinnati Bengals. It's like, okay, well, with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, they have a fighting chance against any team, even if they have to put up a shit ton of points, 30 plus every single week. That's how I feel about Dallas. Now, I'm not saying they're to that level, but with Dak, dude, you just never know, man. You never know. I mean, I know we get a little bit of inconsistency from him here and there, and I feel like it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's a lot more there, and it's just not all on Dak. But, dude, I'm telling you, like, when CD gets back, if they're fucking playing like that, I'm scared about them against my Birds in the next game. I'm telling you, dude, because, like, it was a close game in the first game, week 1. With their more clicking with Pickens, I'm like, shit, boy. Like, I hope our corners better come to play, which they can. They can, Philly fans. Don't get mad at me. I'm not trying to say that, but dude, Dak and that offense, when they get rolling, they're fucking hard to stop. I'm telling you that right now. And I know if you're a football fan, you know there's that crazy stat of Dak against the rest of the NFC East. He just like dominates the NFC East, right? He dominates the NFC East at times. For most of his career, he honestly has. Like, it's not at times. He has for most of his career. And, dude, just to go off in some crazy numbers, right? Like, dude, 2019. I'm going to go back. Dude. Like, 2019, 4,900 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. 2021, 4,700 passing yards, 38 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. 2023, not that long ago, 39 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. And dude, with Schottenheimer, I know lots of people were so negative talking about Schottenheimer going into the season. Honestly, I just think the problem with their team right now is Eberflus is just straight ass. Like, he is ass. He didn't even fucking look this bad when he was coaching for the Chicago Bears. Like, the Chicago Bears actually had a decent defense. He's worse on the Dallas Cowboys. And no, I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. Be like, oh, well, he doesn't have Mike. No, fuck that, dude. There's still players on that Dallas Cowboys team. There still are solid quality defensive players on that side of the ball. He just sucks. But Dak and Schottenheimer are literally doing everything right now for this team. And dude, I'm telling you, Dak can literally go out there and go 1v1 with the best. I full-heartedly believe that. Like, this guy's good, dude. And I feel like he's off, week 1 against Philly and against Chicago. He didn't play like the best, right? But no, dude. I don't know. I'm not saying that the Dallas Cowboys are going to go to the Super Bowl or anything. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, dude, Dak is underappreciated, and he's been the one solid fucking foundation there in Dallas for all these years. And people shit on him like he's just garbage. And I'm like, he's not garbage, dude. Like, he is. I put him in the top 10. Yeah, depending on the week, I put him in the top 10 of quarterbacks. And their run game is really not that good. I mean, it's been solid at times, but not overly impressive. But yeah, dude, Dak Prescott's fucking good. Y'all gotta stop hating. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all gotta stop hating, man. This dude is Dak is underrated as shit. That's all I'm gonna say.